welcome back. Let's play Final Fantasy VIII. Last time we collected the almighty Bahamut GF, and we set him up on Squall to make our lives just a little bit easier. We're going to start working on Mug first, and then Auto Protect, and Rare Item, maybe if I care. The only real use of Rare Item that I can come up with off the top of my head is actually upcoming, and there's no way I'm learning it by the time I get down there, so I'm just not going to worry about it. Now, since last time, I've made my way back to my previous save file after defeating Bahamut and collecting him. I went and talked to Selphie this time, who just says, woohoo, this is awesome, because, you know, Selphie. Now, if you come to this point on the first floor, you can collect all of your reserve steam pressure and reset at any time if you screwed something up. Now, last time I also went over the way of making it down here without Zell. This time, we're always going to pick the option 1, and we're going to bring Zell with us to allow us to get all the way down to the bottom. Now, I had brought Zell last time. I'm going to turn on fast forward for some of this, just because the animations take forever and we've already seen them. But I did want to at least show little bits, and we can see if there's any new enemies along the way as well. But yeah, we will find out relatively shortly why Zell is very important to bring here. And I have reset up my characters a little bit. We've got Level Up on Squall, we've got Mug and Darkside set up, and we also have the card ability on for the first time in a long time. And the reason for that will become apparent relatively shortly. Don't really need to be fighting all these guys, but I would like to get some AP while we're down here. Basically, if you're using Zell, all you need to do, you don't need to think about it, just use one steam pressure at each level, and you should be good to go. And if you try and walk into it from the side, Squall continuously backs away. It's really annoying, I don't get it. But anyway, again, we just select one, and we should be good to go. I'm not sure if they're completely separate rooms or what the deal is, because it looks like this room is similar to the one that had the steam room on it in the previous one. But as you can see, the numbers, I'm pretty sure those are different from the ones we dealt with last time. I recorded that episode yesterday, so I'm not 100% sure. And we keep getting the same enemies no matter what we do. Oh well. Maybe this guy will get a chance to actually do something against me this time. Nope, he's sleeping. Yeah, we just beat up enemies far too quickly now. And he's gone. Not too much to these guys. There's supposed to be 4 different... Man, the experience down here is ridiculous. Again, those are the moonstones. Should be close to learning something. That's what I was hoping to see. And now we can move you on to work on Luck Junction again. We got Evade Junction there. Now, Evade and Luck Junction are these rare things that you rarely get a chance to put things to. Because I think Hit is only supplied by 3 GFs in the game, if I recall correctly, and there's no way of getting like a Hit Junction scroll or anything like that. Evade Junction, you have 2 GFs that provide you Evade Junction, and then 1 item that we got 2 episodes back, I believe, the Aegis Armlet from, or Amulet, depending on which source you read. One says Amulet, one says Armlet. Let's find out what it is. Is it still at the end of my inventory? No, I rearranged my inventory. Let's find out what one it actually is. No. It's an amulet this time. Okay, it's not an armlet. I've read through guides and had to just type in Aegis when Control F searching through it, because sometimes they'll spell it amulet, sometimes they'll spell amulet incorrectly, and sometimes it's armlet. It's difficult to find information at times. But anyway, that aside, so there's only those 3 ways of getting it. 2 GFs and the 1 item. The Luck Junction stat you could actually get for everyone, it's just far too tedious and not worth it. Evade you might be able to get for other ones, but it requires like a ridiculous item that there would be no reason for doing it other than perfection if you so care. I'm not going to go that far to my way. But the other interesting thing here let's find it here, is the evade junction is tied to the speed junction. So depending on what you have your speed junction at, determines what your base evade will be. And then we'll just want to put some other things on there to hopefully make it a little bit better. Tornado seems to be the best right now. And I believe later on we'll get a better spell, or at least enough of a better spell to finish that off. I just don't happen to have that yet. So anyway, we're one step closer. Almost got all of the stats there. We're also going to be able to get all 4 of these for everybody, and all 4 of those for everybody. I guess 5 if you include the elemental and status attacks, but we don't really care too much about those. And again, we just want to use 1 steam pressure. And again, this one requires bringing Zell with you. If you don't bring Zell with you, you won't be able to get through, and you'll have to backtrack, reset, and try again. But last time we were down here, let's see here, let's talk to this thing. Zell's pretty good with machinery. I told you this comes up like twice in the game, and literally we have our 2 options, or he's good with his hands. So he makes rings apparently, and he's good with machines. Okay, Zell, by all means, have fun. The machine when it comes to mechanics, huh? Sure it does. This will only trigger if you have 13 or fewer steam pressure remaining. If you have 14, I believe it goes through automatically. Steam coming out everywhere. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have asked you. You're probably just going to make things worse. You know, you are Zell. Zell, punching things worked? Okay. Well, that's cool. There you go. Machine means fighting machine. Ah, well, as long as we're in. Well, that seemed to go much better than expected. Let's get on in here. Now, if you remember last time we came through here, I wasn't running into any battles. I don't have well, let's just put encounter none on just to make things simple. You still have that there. Yes, we'll keep that, whatever. With Zell doing what he did, it puts a number of fixed encounter points in the screen, meaning we have guaranteed chances of running into the almighty Tri-Face, which we really want to do. We want to get him at a reasonably high level, and if you have a rare item, you'll just want to kill him. If not, you'll want to mug him. And so I'm going to have Zell work on that, and then I want to card him, except for he died too fast. The problem with killing him is his common drop is, unfortunately, poison powder. His rare drop, if you have rare item on, you'll have a higher chance of getting it. It will be curse spikes. However, when you mug him, you'll always get curse spikes. So that's really what we want to do, but we don't want to gain crap tons of experience by fighting him over and over and over again. There are, let's see, I think 3 fixed encounter points on this screen, and even with encounter none on, you will always run into these. This makes the trek down a lot more difficult since you're going to fight Tri-Faces on this screen, but also different enemies on other screens. And unfortunately, the game does not want me to be able to steal from these guys. Come on, Zell. You can do it. There you go. There's the curse spikes, and then we'll have Selfie follow up with card, because when you card these guys, it only takes 1 to refine them, so it's not like we're going to hold on to excess cards, but we're also going to get another curse spike from doing this. And the reason why we want to farm curse spikes here is because if you get up to 100 of them, you get something really nice for it. And we also can get a bunch of AP without gaining levels as long as we're, using card. So this is what I'm going to do. There's 1 more fixed encounter. Okay, there's only 2 on the screen. Never mind. On the other screens, there will be fixed encounter points against different enemies. So you'll end up fighting different enemies. Just basically zone in one screen and then zone up the next. And you have a save point right there to work with, so you can just keep doing it over and over and over again without any problem. You just have to wait for Zell to successfully steal because he's apparently not very good at it. Make sure he's got sleep on his status attack, and then you don't have to deal with the enemy pretty much at all. And then have Selphie follow up with card, and we're good to go. It's a relatively straightforward process. Curse Spikes can get you a lot of things, so I will go over some of the advantages of doing this aside from just getting the 100 that I want to get. But I'm going to do that off screen, and I will see you in a few minutes. Okay, we're back, even though I'm hidden behind a part of a wall there. But anyway, so we've farmed enough of the Curse Spikes. We now have 100 of these. Now, if you're playing the PlayStation version of the game, you must level grind Siren up to level 100 before you can do this. However, and I didn't know this prior to just dicking around with this in my test run, that does not apply to the PC version of the game. She does not need to be at that level if you want to do that. We need to go to Tool Refine. We need to go 100 Curse Spikes becomes a Dark Matter. In the PlayStation version, I will repeat, you cannot do this unless Siren is level 100. I don't know why that's the case, but it is. Now, Curse Spikes are one of the most versatile items you can get in the game because you can turn them into that black, or into that Dark Matter. Dark Matter can turn into a Shaman Stone, which, for all intents and purposes, is kind of useless. I think it increases your... what is it? Increases compatibility with Bahamut. It's useless. But anyway, you can turn Curse Spikes into pain spells, into remedies, into Asunas. Because you can get remedies, you can get them into remedy pluses. The Dark Matter here, that we can turn it into, also can turn into many, many, many other things. Let's see here. First things first, let's take a look. I think it's in here. There we go. Becomes 100 Ultimas. So if you want to get more Ultimas, you can do that this way. That would be recommended if you're going for some kind of perfect run and you don't plan on killing the boss of this area. I do plan on killing the boss of this area, so that's kind of null and void for me. But that's one way of getting additional Ultimas. If you so want to do that, you can. Like if you didn't want to run back and forth to Shumi Village all the time, you could do it here. Just grind for, 10 minutes, get enough Dark Matters, do it. You got 100 Ultimas for one character. It's really fast, really easy. Probably the quickest way, aside from drawing from the boss at the bottom of this area, as far as getting Ultima spells. Fastest in the game. You can also turn it into a Luck Junction scroll with... Okay, I don't have the ability for it yet, but you can get a Luck Junction scroll, which allows you to get someone else to have Luck Junction. So if you wanted to, you could get Luck Junction for all of your characters. I just find it takes I guess it's only 10 or 15 minutes a pop to get one of them, but it's not really worthwhile because luck, well, a nice stat, really isn't worth going out of your way for secondary characters since I'm already going to have enough Luck Junction scrolls to do my main party, and that's all I'm really worried about. The other thing you can turn it into, again with an ability I don't have yet, is another Rosetta Stone, if you so care to do that. Those are the reasons I did not get it. The reason I did get the Dark Matter is because it teaches Shockwave Pulsar, Quistis's final limit break. And that was the main reason why I went out of my way to get that. While I'm here, we can get rid of all those Tri-Face cards. Sure, that's good enough. We don't need the red bats anymore. We're done with the Queen of Cards side quest. So don't need those anymore either. I have some Ultima weapons. We can get rid of those. There we go. Anyway, that's pretty much all we had for dealing with those guys. I'm just going to save here. And, oh, by the way, there was another of those encounter points. It's right before the save point. So there's actually 3 on this screen. Just so you're aware, I've already fought them here. And what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to turn Encounter None off. No, that's the wrong menu. There it is! And what should we put on you? We should put on... I'll give you more HP. Now here, there should be some fixed encounter points on this screen as well. And this, I believe, is actually one of them. This one contains a Grendel and an Imp. What spell do you have that I don't have yet? Didn't I already get Break to show up? Maybe I did that and then I reloaded something. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. There's a Power Wrist. There's a nice rare drop there. We'll card this guy, why not? Try and cut down on some of the experience. Or not. Come on! The Tri-Face enemies are also really weak against Holy if you care to do that. That's entirely up to you. I didn't feel the need to. I wanted to attack the other one, actually, but that's fine. Must have been an attack he did on death or something. Well, I got the Grendel's card anyway. Oh, I learned something. Let's take a quick look at that. Ability. Which one was it? High Magic Refine. There we go. So yeah, you can refine things high. You can get doubles into triples if you care to do that. Considering it's 10 to 1, it's time-consuming to do it that way. I think you're probably better off doing it on the islands close to Heaven and Hell. If you want to do that. Most of the spells that I have don't really require it, so I guess it was kind of useless to learn, but I figured I'd show it at least. Who was working on that? You can work on that, I guess. Almost done. Oh, I cannot wait. And after learning speed plus 40%, it also unlocks auto haste for Cerberus, because Cerberus is one of the best GFs in the game. And yeah, it's got speed junction, speed plus, auto haste, status defense times 4, broken levels of good. So good. And what else? It's also got alert, which I haven't even learned yet, but it prevents back attacks, so that's nice. Except for I don't typically need that too often. Alright. Finish going through those. There is one more draw point around here. I'm guessing this is a fixed encounter. I don't seem to be running into any of the normal enemies that you can encounter. Oh, no, this is a normal enemy. Well, we've been fighting a bunch of these guys anyway. I guess I'll just beat them up again and steal some more stuff from them. You can only do the method that I'm doing here with these fixed encounter points up until you defeat the boss of the area. Once you defeat the boss of the area, the fixed encounter points disappear, and you won't be able to do any more farming. And that kind of sucks, but as long as you just pick up all of the curse spikes that you need before going to fight the boss, you're good to go. And you don't even have to fight the boss if you don't want to. It's completely optional. Everything here it's a side quest. This is the other fixed encounter point here. So we'll try and card this guy this time and not get huge amounts of experience. And you're going to get Berserk set up on... do that on Squall again, aren't you? Yes, you are. Where are my dispels? Squall, you keep killing everybody. Yeah, I guess that's their attack on death. Yeah, imps aren't really something I worry about all that often, because they're not very powerful, and if that's your instant death attack of doing 139 damage, I'm not worried about you at all. Oh, I guess it's a Suna against you. So we'll try and card you, and did it work? Hey, it worked. I don't gain as much experience from this fight. Yeah, I can't wait for Squall to learn protection against that. That's going to be excellent. some more curse spikes. Learn strength. Yeah, you learn abilities like crazy down here. And I guess we can work on absorb. It does a lower amount of damage and absorbs HP. It's like a drain effect. It's not something I ever really care to use. That was also a fixed encounter point with another Grendel and an Imp. Do note that you cannot run from those fights, so be very careful about those battles. And I was about to do this off screen, but this is also one of the fixed encounter points against a Behemoth. Behemoths, as you might be able to tell, not easy enemies to fight. So let's attack them a little bit. One other thing of note against Seriously? What video game? One hit? One hit! One hit! Well, I learned luck out of it. That's nice. It's a triple draw point if you still need any triples. I was not expecting that to go quite that quickly. Okay. Oh, I am so close. Cannot wait to get that. That's going to make my life so much easier. And you need to work on defend. Initiative is also nice if you care. I'm actually going to use defend, so I would like to at least get that so I can demonstrate something with it. There we go. So there, I think, is our third draw point so far. Okay, that was just a random encounter. This will probably be another fixed encounter since I just ran into one. Okay, Behemoth. Stop making things too easy on me. I kind of want to show off what you can do, if at all possible. Put you back to sleep. You can get 2 barriers from him if you're interested in that. I don't know why he died so easily last time. Got the same spells here. Okay. You gonna do anything? Behemoth, are you gonna do something or not? I'm gonna attack you again. There we go. You actually do things. Hey, look, the flare spell. Have we seen this yet? Ow. That hurt. That was your final attack? Well, this game's not easy much. I'm gonna card you from now on because holy crap, the experience is ridiculous. Yes! Status defense times 4. I am so happy about that. Status attack next, and then auto haste, and then alert. Yes. Expand 2 to 1 is like expand 3 to 1 with 3 stars. Only 1 magic will be consumed, this time while using double as opposed to triple. Does anybody else need to switch anything up? Nope. Everything looks good. Okay, cool. Perfect. Nope. That's the wrong menu. Squall. No more Berserk. Thank you. If you want to, Asuna is one of those spells that gives you a little bit to everything, as is Holy, as is, where is it? There's one other spell, I think, that does it. Maybe I don't have it anymore. Oh, Reflect. There we go. So yeah, if you are interested, you can do that. I would much rather be surely protected against the worst possible things you can be hit with, which are Death, Berserk, Confuse, and Pain, which is nice because it gets rid of Curse, Poison, Silence, and Darkness. So you don't have to worry about any of those anymore. Pretty much all the things you need to protect yourself against. And it's actually why I didn't spend a lot of time going into great depth with the Chocobo game, because you can get an item there that teaches you an ability for this section called Ribbon, which protects you against all status effects. But because that would use up a valuable slot in your abilities, and we already have this section, which would be entirely useless otherwise, and I only need protection against these particular status effects anyway, because what can I be hit with right now? Break? No one uses Break. I can be hit with Sleep and Zombie, and I can't be hit with Stop or Slow because I have Auto Haste. So those are automatically protected. What else is here? I don't know. So we have stop, slow, sleep, zombie. I don't know what that is. I don't know what the bottom right one is or the one on the left is. That's why they have one of these, no, not that one, the tutorial. Not that one. Online help? Status? No, not that, not the tutorial. Icon explanation. There it is, probably in here. So yeah, I'm not protected against drain or petrify. We already talked about that. But yeah, not particularly worried about those things. They don't really hurt me all that much. So yeah, I'm protected against pretty much anything I need to be protected against. The only thing that I would like to have in addition is petrify. The only time you need petrify as opposed to death is against Malbros. Other than that, don't even worry about it. It's so rare that enemies use it that it doesn't matter. And that was another fixed encounter point against the Behemoth. And in this screen, there should be a familiar friend in a fixed encounter point. And that's him. Yes, you get forced to fight ruby dragons around here. And it's usually a pretty powerful one if it's all the way down here. You mug Inferno Fangs from them. You can also get other abilities from them, or other items from them as well. I'm at the point now where I don't really care about excess cards because I don't have to play any more cards. The 2 remaining cards that we need to get at this point are not ones that we need to win. So I'm not going to worry about getting some extra cards that just really don't matter. Come on, Zell, get a limit break. And then we'll card you. Yep. We'll show off one of his extra special ones here. Meteor Beret, or Barrette, or whatever it is. Yeah, I don't use a lot of Zell's limit breaks, so I'm not familiar with the patterns required to get all the special ones, but anyway. Let's try and save out on some experience, because all the enemies around here give like 1,000+ experience. You'll gain crazy amounts of levels. Alright, we'll show this off because I don't think I've ever... Well, I haven't seen this in a long time. My Final Haven, or otherwise known as Bum Rush. Let's see what it looks like in Final Fantasy VIII. To be honest, I don't know. It's been so long since I've actually seen that. And it didn't even deal max damage. That's sad. But yeah, as you can probably be aware, the encounter rate that we stopped on the screen there at was another fixed encounter against another ruby dragon. And we're just going to card him so we don't gain too much experience here. There we go. Probably heal Zell in between battles here, just because he's getting a little low. If you don't mug them, you can get Fury Fragments from them. Ooh, we learned a mug. Nice. Means I have another GF or another character can use mug. And yeah, so we'll do Auto Protect, which is quite nice. And the only other thing that's really worth getting on you is a rare item. You come with all the abilities that you pretty much need by default, which is nice. Alright, I cut out a couple of normal battles, and then this spot here where Squall's standing was the next fixed encounter point with a ruby dragon. So now that we're done that, we can move on to the next screen here. And on this screen, if this is the battle I think it is, we get Iron Giants. 2 of them, in fact. And unfortunately, I forgot to heal. Ow, I'm in trouble. Video game? Oops, that's not what I meant to do, but that's fine. Press the wrong buttons. Do a little more Armageddon Fist here. Instead of going for the special moves here. thing is with Armageddon Fist is if you get good at it, you can execute about 4 or 5 of these moves in about a second's worth of time. As you can see here by how fast and how little time is moving on the gauge there. I screwed up that, but I actually did that one in 0.09 seconds, according to that. So just kind of be aware that you can indeed do that kind of stuff. There's not death. Let's see here. I completely screwed up all of those. Let's just kill them and be done with it, because I don't want to die. I would have to redo all that I've done since saving after getting all the curse spikes. That would not be fun. Like I said, you can't run away from any of the fixed and counterpoint battles, so it's a pain. But yeah, if you want to steal from them, or if you want to kill them, you get the same thing. You get, I believe, star fragments from Iron Giants. Yeah, lots of experience. Oh, you get running fire, too. Interesting. Look at all those levels. And I'm going to heal, because, ow. Let's get our HP back up there. Okay, this was the next point where you could find a fixed encounter with the Iron Giants. If you have higher HP, like I do now, all you have to do is run into the battle there and attack them a few times. They're susceptible to sleep, so you can put them to sleep and then you can card them to your heart's content. Here we find an Ultima draw point for Squall. Only 4. Unfortunate. But he's pretty close to maxed out on his Ultimas. It's quite nice to see. And is this the third and final fixed encounter point? It is. Sure, we'll show these guys off one more time. I don't have time to do anything else today, so... just attack a couple of times, and then finish off with Zell. Oops, forgot to hit the trigger. Put them to sleep. And probably do the same thing a second time here. They have a decent amount of HP, so... And if you put them to sleep, then you don't have to worry about them nearly as much. And then we'll have Squall go on the other side there. Attack this guy, and then put him to sleep, and then you really don't have to worry too much. If they're sleeping, they can't really hurt you. I think I've done enough damage that I can card him. Yeah, there we go. Not guaranteed, but card him to your heart's content. It should work eventually. Just kind of attack him a little bit here and there as you're going. And if you keep him asleep, then you keep yourself safe. Which is very nice, especially considering how long this trek has been. Yeah, when you enable the fixed encounter points, you put yourself in a lot more danger coming down here. But other than that, it gives you the ability to farm curse spikes if you want to do that, like I did. All the normal encounters that I've seen so far have just been variations on the same enemies we've already seen. So I've seen the Grendel and the Imp, and I've seen the Tri-Face there as well. Alright. The music has stopped. This save point, because the game is evil, is only visible with Move Find. You kinda want to use this save point. Just saying. And after you've used that save point, you'll want to come over here. You need 10 steam pressure to continue operation, which is why they set it up specifically. If you have 14 steam earlier on to open the door down here, then you'll have 10 remaining. If you have less than that, then you don't use any, and Zell will come out and help you. We have it. Confirmed. What was going on down here? They said something about a massive draw point. Can't wait to see what happens. Must be a treasure. What's going on? All except leader must take shelter. Please take shelter. I have a feeling I'm in trouble. Rocks are resonating. Air's pretty heavy. I'm having second thoughts about this. But that's pretty much all the time we have for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.